Hello and welcome to Repairs with Ron. We're going to be talking about a control board for a Coleman air conditioner. And there's many connections on this. We'll talk about them all, but we're going to start here with these spade connections. We're actually going to start with the freeze sensor here. These two spades are for the freeze sensor, and what these do is this freeze sensor gets stuck up into the evaporator, and if the evaporator has a freeze up condition or something of that nature, what it will do is it will cut off the compressor operation, allow the evaporator to thaw, and then restart the compressor. To the right of that is going to be B-. These are all going to be 12-volt connections here over. B- is a ground connection that comes from the unit really anywhere, but generally you see a ground coming from the thermostat area from the unit, and it sends it up through the thermostat wiring. Y is going to be to activate the compressor, and this is just a 12-volt activation. GH is going to be high fan, and that's going to be 12-volt activation also. GL is going to be low fan. So if you set, say, this air conditioner on high fan and cool or high cool, you will get 12-volt to Y and GH. If you have it on low cool, you will get power 12-volt to GL and Y. And if you just have it on high fan or low fan, you'll either get 12-volt on GH for high fan or GL. From there, you're going to have a couple more connections. This 9-pin Molex style connector is going to be to the actual air conditioner itself. That's where your high fan, low fan, compressor, ground, and everything like that, your neutral will go up into. And then we're going to have this hole here. This hole here is generally filled with a clamp, so you can have your Romex feed into that so that way it doesn't pull out. With that being said, we're going to open this up and take a look at the inside. In here, we're going to have our feeding wires, which is going to be our ground here, our neutral, which is going to be our white, and then our hot leg there. Now, you'll see here that that hot leg feeds to this relay. This relay will actually distribute to the compressor and also your high fan and low fan. So here is going to be the purple wire. That is going to be your compressor wire. All right, so if you need to pull an amp draw or anything like that, this is what you'll clamp around. The red wire here is going to be low fan. So if you're running this on low fan or low cool, this should have 120 volts as long as you go to neutral. And then the black wire is going to be your high fan. All these three white wires are going to be neutral wires. Okay. To diagnose this component, you're going to need both 120 volt AC skills and some 12 volt DC skills, and we'll talk about how to diagnose this. So to start with, keep in mind, like I said, all four of these connections are going to be 12 volt. All right, Y 12 volt positive, GH 12 volt positive, GL 12 volt positive, and the B- is going to be your ground. If you go inside here and you turn your thermostat on to, say, high cool, what you're going to do first is you're going to look for power, 12 volt power on Y and GH. If you have that, what you can do is you're going to switch to 120. You're going to go to your neutral here, your incoming neutral, and make sure you have 120 volt power coming into the whole assembly. Then you can go over to this connection here on top of the relay. Make sure you have 120 incoming here, and then go to the outgoing on the relay. Make sure you have 120 outgoing there. If you have power to Y and have no outgoing power to the purple wire here, that is going to indicate that this relay is bad and this is a bad control board. Kind of same thing when it comes to the fan speeds too. If you have 12 volt power going to either GH or GL, and you come down here and you have your neutral connected to your meter, and you probe either the red wire for low fan or the black wire for high fan, and you don't have 120 coming out of either of those, that's another indication that this control board is bad and it'll need to be changed. With that being said, that is how you diagnose this control board. It's pretty easy. That will determine whether either you have the control board that is bad or possibly either the thermostat that is bad. But very simple, 12 volt here to the top of this, these pins, and then your 120 on the interior here, checking obviously the incoming, and then the relay information. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and have a great day.